Alright, so when I put up pictures like this, how does this kind of weather make you feel? And you can throw out some answers. Happy.
Sad.
Sad.
Lethargic.
Homesick. Lazy.
Like I want to snuggle.
Alright. Now, how about pictures like this? Joyful. Happy. Like that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sure we've all realized that different types of weather can have some pretty serious effects on our emotions day to day or seasonally. For example, like during the winter months, it's like cloudy outside, and I tend to experience some seasonal depression. Just kind of makes me sad and tired, and it makes any task that I have to do like a lot harder to get done. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. On the other hand, like sunny weather just makes me happy and like energetic and like feel like I can do whatever I want. In contrast, I have a friend back home, Kylie, who's super pale and she despises the sun, and she would prefer clouds any day of the week. So in 2000, David Watson said in his book Mood and Temperament that our mood is affected by external factors as well as biological and socio-cultural factors. One of these external factors that people commonly associate with mood changes is the weather. Most people are similar to me. The sun makes them happy and clouds make them sad. But then there's people like my friend Kylie who is affected in the opposite way. So the relationship between weather and mood must not have a universal parallel relationship for all people. So statistically then, how does the weather affect us? Research has shown that the weather has effects on our judgments of life satisfaction in a study by Schwartz and Clore in 1983, our investment in stock market decisions in a study by Hirschleifer and Shumway in the 2003 Journal of Finance, and in our cognitive performance in a study by M.C. Keller in a 2005 publication of Psychological Science. All of these studies analyzed a group of people over time, comparing the different decisions they made in subjects that were proven to be influenced by emotion. Other studies, such as one by J.J. Dennison in a 2008 publication called Emotion, grouped emotions into two different groups, negative effects and positive effects. Negative effects included emotions like anger, contempt, disgust, guilt, fear, nervousness, while positive effects included emotions like joy, peacefulness, excitement, and love. Dennison was, of course, studying the effects of weather on people's emotions, and he found that the main aspect of weather that affected people's emotion on a day-to-day basis was how much sunlight they got each day. So, this is a chart showing the correlation between weather and mood changes. So these numbers within the chart are the correlations, and a positive correlation means that more of that kind of weather means more positive effects showed up in the subjects, while a negative correlation means that more of that weather created more negative effects within those subjects. As you can see here, the three highest correlations all involve sunlight in some kind of way. Here's sunlight and temperature, here's photo period and temperature, and there's sunlight and photo period. Photo period being like how long the day is, like longer days in summer, shorter days in winter. So it shows that like sunlight, temperature, and photo period all have the largest positive effects on people's emotions. A 2011 study by L. Coots in the Journal of Individual Differences had contrasting results. Coots found that different types of weather just intensified people's emotions rather than changing them. For example, when people were exposed to warmer temperatures and sunnier days, some people had increasingly positive emotions, while others had increasingly negative emotions. Similarly, divergent results were found when the same subjects were exposed to more overcast weather. The common trend within this study showed that a certain weather pattern did not necessarily make someone just sad or just happy. Instead, the results showed that whether someone became happy or sad didn't depend directly on what kind of weather it was, but more on the person's individual interests of the weather. but one thing that remained true throughout the study was that the weather did affect the person's mood. I agree with this study more than the first one I discussed, because it is clear to me that there is not a direct correlation between one kind of weather and how you feel. This can be seen in my preferences of weather and my friend Kylie's, and the contrasting views within this class. So, since my research did not find a specific correlation between mood and weather, it's up to you to look at your life and think about how the weather affects you specifically. If you like the sun, then take advantage of some sunny days and go on a hike or study outside, or just try to study somewhere with lots of natural lighting. If you're more of a cloudy day person, then use cloudy days to get outside and enjoy nature, and try to study inside, out of the sun. With either case, I encourage you to consider how and why the weather affects you in a certain way, and to see if you can use the weather to your personal advantage so that you can live a life full of positive emotions, motivation, and clarity.